put your hands on me, bro. It's my car. Don't put your hands on me. You keep putting your hands on me, I'm gonna push you away. Just like I'm doing. I have a right to go by the car.
What's your idea?
I don't have it. I don't have to give it to you.
You're going to give it to me.
Am I?
Yeah, you are.
Okay, what crime are you suspect me of breaking?
You're walking around our vehicles looking into them.
Okay, is
Most
this
normal people don't look at our patrol
is
cars.
this public property?
Yes, it is.
Okay,
I told you you can walk back.
I have every right to be
I told
here.
you to stay away from our vehicle.
Do you have ID?
No.
So you're out here saying that you watch cops?
I got ID, but you ain't getting it because I ain't break no law.
Listen, you're in the middle of the dark.
It don't matter.
If you fail to provide your documentation, you can be placed under arrest for
You
obstruction.
think so? Do you not have identification on me?
Well, so then you lied to me because when I first asked you if you had identification on you, you told me yes, I do.
Oh, I have fingerprints and retinas.
No, that's incorrect. I asked you, do you have documentation? Do you have identification? You lied to me.
What the hell gives you the right to identify me?
I'm just asking you a
No. I'm asking you a question now. Why do you want to identify me?
It's part of my job.
No, it's not, ma'am.
Welcome back to CT3, Best ID Refusals. We break down the best ways to refuse unlawful ID requests and expose police overreach so you know exactly how to handle yourself when cops push past your rights. Stay sharp and stand your ground.
My name is not important. Is this public property?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's not public property.
Where's a restricted area sign?
You want to stay away from our car.
Okay, so where's the restricted area sign?
Walk right here. Walk around the vehicle.
I can walk around the vehicles. I can. Thank you very much. You can give me that you give me that policy or whatever that I can't walk around the vehicles?
It's not a policy. It's government vehicles.
Okay, but
Stay away from them.
okay, I have
You don't need to walk up to the driver's
I have
seat.
every right to walk up to these vehicles.
What's your idea?
I don't have it. I don't have to give it to you.
You're going to give it to me.
Am I?
Yeah, you are.
Okay, what crime are you suspect me of breaking?
You're walking around our vehicles looking into them.
Okay, is
Most
this-
normal people don't look into our patrol
Is this
cars.
public property?
Yes, it is.
Okay,
I told you you can walk back.
I have every right to
I
be
told you
here.
to stay away from our vehicles.
And I have every right to be around your
You just
vehicle.
walked over there looking inside the car, did you not?
I did, because
Yeah,
I have
so
right
give me
to.
your ID.
I do not have to.
Yes, you do.
I do not.
You just went to our vehicles and looking at them.
Your vehicle.
No person is going to look into a patrol car.
Okay, well
No one's sitting.
those are police vehicles.
Not videos of vehicles.
Vehicles.
Yes.
They are
correct.
police vehicles owned by the city.
Yes.
This is public property.
Yes.
I have every right to be on public property
Yes, you
and
do.
look in city-owned
Let me
vehicles.
tell you something, buddy, because I'm not lying with you.
Okay.
6 cops have been killed this week, in this month.
Okay.
And some guy walking around the parking lot recording vehicles is not. It's not normal.
Okay. Well, it's not normal, but is it legal?
So what I'm
illegal?
gonna do is I'm gonna do a police report and figure out who you are.
Okay. Is it illegal?
I didn't say it's illegal.
Okay. So.
But it's not normal.
Okay. Am I being detained?
Yes, right now. You
Okay.
are.
So for what
I
crime?
need your information.
Oh yeah, I'm not giving it to you.
Okay.
You can call a supervisor out here.
30. Where do you live at?
I don't answer questions.
You don't answer questions.
No.
Okay. What are you doing recording our cars?
I'm being detained.
I already answered that question.
Okay, so I'm invoking
What's
my.
the purpose of coming
I'm
here?
invoking
I
my-
saw you.
Okay.
Let me finish talking.
I'm invoking my Fifth Amendment right to remain silent, so I am being detained.
Let me
Therefore,
finish.
I have
Let
nothing
me
else to say to
finish.
you.
I see you walking on the sidewalk, whatever, and you come in here and you start filming and looking at our cars. Why are you looking at our cars? What do you need to know about a patrol car? Sorry, I'm recording you too, buddy, right there. What's your purpose of walking around our parking lot looking at our patrol cars? I know you don't want to talk. I can stand here all day, I got too sick. Make sure you get my good side. So where do you live at? We can play this game all day, dude. All day. Why don't you be a man and look at me eye to eye, still looking at your stupid phone? Why are you walking around our cars filming them? You can't speak now. You're mute. Deaf. sir. Where you coming from? Yeah, we're playing a silent game now.
I was literally just laughing out loud because the silent treatment gets these cops so mad. The silent treatment is like a Jedi mind trick to get inside a cop's head. I love it. He even got on the walkie and said, "We're playing the silent game." So that lets you know they have a special name for it, and they probably talk about how much they hate to play it because it prevents them from doing their little investigation. But let's continue.
Hey guys, go ahead and get my attorney on the video, please.
Go ahead.
What's your name and badge number again?
Already gave it to you.
Just I didn't get it.
Already gave it to you.
Okay.
I give it to you again. Already gave it to you.
Okay, well you don't have to.
It's right here.
You don't have to.
That's my name.
That's fine.
Officer Askey.
That's fine. I just need to know who I need to file.
043.
Just need to know who I need to file the complaint with. That's all.
Go ahead.
For illegal detainment.
Illegal detainment?
That is correct.
Illegal detainment? Walk around looking up patrol cars.
Hey guys, so is suspicious a misdemeanor or felony?
It's a suspicious.
Okay,
crime.
okay.
Particular suspicion. Why would you walk around patrol cars?
Is this public property?
It is.
Okay, so that way I have this is public property, guys. As you can see, this is public property. There is no restricted access areas. I am being detained by this officer here on public property. There's no restricted area signs. That is public property. As you can see, I'm in all of my rights to be here, to record the cars, and this guy right here is detaining me for suspicious activity.
Walking in between our cars and looking at them and recording is suspicious.
Okay, well.
It's an increase of violence against us and people killing us like
wow.
So you want to film our cars and go in between them? I want to sit here and talk to you and figure out who you are.
Okay,
I'm going to find out who you are.
Okay, well you can say so.
So hold your camera there for 20 minutes an hour. I don't care.
Okay.
I got till 6 o'clock, buddy.
Great. Awesome. We'll be here all
That
day.
little red dot right there, you're on camera too.
We'll be here all day, buddy.
Get a shot of that.
We'll be here all day, buddy.
Yes, we will.
You will be educated today on the First Amendment.
What's that? Freedom of speech?
Freedom of the press. Yes, sir. Where I can record anything that I can see from a public accessible place.
You can.
That means eyes cannot be trespassed.
Figure out what you're doing.
Okay. Well, I just told you what I was doing.
Why are you looking at our car?
Because I can.
You plotting something?
I can.
Okay.
I can look what I want to look at.
Sergeant will be here in 1 second.
Absolutely. And then I'll be going inside to do a complaint form on you for harassment and illegal detainment.
Harassment?
Yep. You're harassing a citizen on public property, on city property.
I'm asking you why you're looking at our car.
Because I can. Because I can. Okay. I told you that.
Okay. Fine.
You don't make the laws.
No, I don't.
Exactly right.
No, I don't. You don't either.
I don't. But I can go by the laws.
You can walk wherever you want.
I sure can. And that means up to that police car if I want to.
You're staying away from my cars.
Okay. Okay. Well, we're going to see what your sergeant has to
you
say.
You want to look at my car, look at my car. I'm standing right here.
Well, I don't have to get your permission to look in anybody's car. It's the city's car. You don't own the city.
I know I don't understand.
Okay.
So we can play this lawyer crap all you want.
Well, you call it whatever you want to call it.
Figure out what you're doing.
Okay. I've told you what I was doing. You don't like it?
Why are you filming?
Because I can.
Just because you want to?
It's my right to film.
Right.
That's
why
right.
Why are you doing it?
Because I want to. I don't have to explain to you.
I'm pretty sure this is what you do. And you just come here to be a dick, pretty much.
Really?
To get people riled up.
Okay.
Because I'm tired of officers getting shot. I'm tired of getting ambushed. And this right here, you walk in our cars, this is going to get my wheel spinning there, wondering what you're doing.
So is it illegal?
I didn't say it's illegal.
Okay.
But I'm figuring out what you're doing.
Okay, well, I've told you.
Okay. You can record all you want.
I'm going to
But
record.
why are you recording?
Because I want to.
Why do you want to?
Because I want to.
Why do you want to?
Because I can. How about that? Because I can.
How about that?
Yeah.
Why are you looking at our cars?
Because I can.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not going to stop pacing back and forth.
Really? Why? I have a right to pace. I'm not under arrest, am I?
No, you're not.
So we've already got it that I'm being
Pacing
detained.
back and forth. I don't know if you're going to take off running.
If I was going to take off running, I wouldn't be here for the last 14 minutes and 50 seconds or whatever.
Right there, you can talk to him.
Cool.
You file your complaint with him too.
I'm going to. Trust me.
This cop said he's tired of officers losing their lives. Well, guess what? We're tired of citizens losing their lives, and we're tired of having our civil rights violated. The sad thing is that law enforcement lost all their respect because of officers just like this. It'd be cool if one day things were different and we can actually show love to the cops and maybe have our kids come to the department and meet you guys. But that's not the case because most Americans have encountered you guys in a negative way because of your egotistical ways of policing the community you're supposed to serve. Is it too late to change how cops and citizens get along? I don't know, but I do know it begins with how law enforcement is trained to treat us civilians. Now let's hear what the sergeant has to say.
What's going on, Sarge?
What's up, man?
Hey. So, I guess he called you out?
What's going on?
All right, so I'm here. I do First Amendment audits.
What's that?
I'm about to tell you what I do. So I go out to police departments, county buildings, city-owned buildings, county-owned buildings, and I just walk around the premises and see if I can record in public without being harassed like I have been by this guy. So I go around, I look at the cars, I go inside the building, I look at the building. It's my First Amendment right to do so. If everything's good, I go. I'm not out to cause a disturbance or problem.
Now the building today is different because we're closed.
It's still city property.
But you can't go in the building when it's closed because we are the only ones access. There's no access to
Okay, well I haven't, but I have not.
And 30,
Okay.
No, I was just letting you know.
Okay, well I also want to file a complaint against this officer because I'm actually detained right now doing a First Amendment protected activity. And I have the tape. He's actually called me a dick and stuff like that. And I have every right to be here. This is public property.
So you come on police property and different property.
Well, it's city property.
Well, city property.
Yes.
Just to see if somebody's gonna stop you.
Yeah.
And all that.
It's because it's my First Amendment protected activity to do that.
Why would you want to?
Because let's see, do y'all respect the First Amendment?
But I was just wondering, why would you want to put yourself in that situation?
Why not? It's actually normal. It's not illegal, is it?
No, it's not illegal.
I didn't think so.
Now, the only issue we have is looking in the police cars.
Well, but it's on public property.
It is, and it is public property. But when you start recording inside our police cars, we don't mind. You can record all you want. We just like to identify who it is. That way, we can say if something goes missing or something's taken out of that car, I can tell my boss tomorrow, hey, this is the guy that was walking around yesterday, because there's no cameras or nothing on these police cars.
Okay, well.
So that's the reason we ask to identify yourself. Especially if you're looking, I don't care. You can sit in my police car right now.
I don't want to do all of that.
I'm just saying, look at everything you have. You can sit in his. You can look at anyone you want. But the minute we don't know what you're doing it for, because unlike you're doing it for a specific reason, we do have people who do it for the criminal element also. So
in the middle of the day?
Well, you'd be surprised. People break into cars and stuff in the middle of the day.
I don't know how many people's breaking in police cars in the middle of the day, if at all, but I hear you.
Weapons got stolen on the cars. But yeah, there's stuff in the cars that we might not like.
Well, I mean, if it's on public property and it's not in a restricted area, I can be at that car.
Yeah, I didn't say you couldn't.
Oh, he did.
I just said that I would like to identify you.
Okay.
That way.
I can go to that car. If it's in a public accessible area, I can go up to that car. It's the law. You need to look at it.
But look, like I said, the only reason I would want to identify you would be for if something happened to that car. Otherwise, we do tours all the time around the beach.
Okay, well, I'm going to identify myself, and they call me good citizen. How about that? Good citizen.
That doesn't work for me.
But I'm not breaking the law, so I don't have to give you my name if I'm not breaking the law.
But you understand what I'm saying.
I understand. 100%, but I don't have to identify myself.
In order to file a complaint on him, I would need your ID.
You actually don't. You don't. I just filed a complaint on Winder PD for the same exact thing as this guy did. So.
And you just told him good citizen?
Yeah, of course I did.
That was the name
of course I did.
I can do a report.
I'm definitely not going to let you do a report for me. Well, I can actually you work for me, so I can tell you what to do. I don't answer questions. So
look, I understand the reason you're doing your job.
Well,
all right, hold on.
But you have a dick over there.
Look, I understand the reason you're doing your job. But on the other hand, when you're on police property or city property,
there you go.
When you're on,
there you go.
Now, when you're on city property and you're doing this to entice,
absolutely not. I was actually minding my own business.
But you told me the reason you're doing this is to see if somebody does.
My rights are respected.
Okay.
Yes.
And so that's the reason we asked. Like I said, the reason we would ask somebody to be identified would be because you're walking around our cars and all that, and there's other things.
Gotcha. All right. Well,
So that's the reason.
am I being detained though?
I didn't say you're detained.
Well, he's detained me, so just need to get that.
You were here when I pulled in.
So am I still being detained, sir?
Go.
Okay.
You don't want to tell us why?
If I'm free to go, I'm free to stay, right? Okay. All right, Sarge. You are actually professional. I definitely appreciate that.
Take it easy.
So I'm gonna get a couple more pictures and then I'm gonna get out of y'all's way.
Yes, sir.
You do whatever you please. That's your right. There you go. Hey, they're gonna love you on there.
So there it is. The sergeant needs ID, so if the police cars are broken into, they can know it's you. Then they'll probably come to your home in the middle of the night, kick your door down, and arrest you. That's why you never willfully give a cop your identification unless you've been arrested for committing a crime. That's the only time you can be charged for failure to identify is when you're already under arrest for a crime that you committed. Remember, they can ask for your ID and even threaten you that you have to provide it when the law enforcement officer asks, but remember, you're not required by law to give it to them. Keep in mind, police officers are literally trained to lie. It's a part of their job description. Georgia Guardian, you did an amazing job. You kept it calm, cool, and professional, and let this tyrant show how unprofessional and uneducated he was. Also, I love the fact that you invoked your Fifth Amendment right and used it as a weapon and not just a threat. Now remember, if you're not the type who is blessed with the gift of talking, don't forget about your right to remain silent. Overall, the sergeant wasn't too bad, but we know he wanted that ID, but he didn't force it, so I can respect that.
Working on a story for the township?
You're working on a story for the township.
Well, about the township for me.
For you?
Yes.
What are you making, a documentary?
It's a news story.
A news story?
Yeah.
Do you have ID?
I always have ID.
Okay, can you provide that?
No.
You can do whatever you want, but you need to identify who you are.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I do.
No, you don't.
I do, sir.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
And what law is that?
Well, it came in as a suspicious person. Anytime we
Okay.
investigate as to somebody calling in about suspicious, we need to at least identify who it is we spoke to. You're not in trouble in any way, shape, or form.
Okay, then I don't need to give ID.
Well, you do.
What law is
I need
that?
to know who you are.
What law is
If I'm
that?
investigating a crime, it's actually called obstruction if you fail to provide
Wrong.
documentation. No, sir,
Quote
that's not wrong.
quote that statute.
I already
Quote
told you
obstruction.
what it is.
No, apparently you don't.
Sir, look, I'm not looking.
I have to commit an unlawful act and prevent you from performing your unlawful duty to be in violation of obstruction.
Currently, right now.
So what's the unlawful act?
Right now, it came in as a suspicious person.
Okay, and what statute is suspicious?
It has nothing to do with it.
Yes, it
I'm
does. What's the
investigating
law?
to determine what's going on. So all
I'm taking
asking is
pictures in
identify
public.
Who you are? You're telling me you're doing something.
Okay.
That's fine, but I need to verify who you are.
No, you don't.
So in the event that something turns into something, I at least can say, all right, I went out and I spoke with this person. You're making this more difficult than it needs to be.
No, you are.
Not really.
You can come out and say, good morning, sir, how you doing? Taking pictures, enjoying your First Amendment right to take pictures in public?
What was the first thing that I said to you today?
What are you doing?
I said, no. I said, how are you, sir?
Okay, how are you?
Did I not say that to you?
Yeah, you did.
So you just asked me what did I do, and I already told you what I said.
Okay.
I said, how are you? And I said, what are we doing? And you told me what you're doing. And I said,
that's
that's
it.
fine. And I explained to you why I need documentation from you, just to verify who you are.
Okay, but you
That's
don't need
it.
to verify who I am.
I unfortunately do. Yes.
No, I have the right to privacy in public.
You do, to a certain degree.
Yeah,
Okay.
and this is within that degree.
Yes.
Yes.
But again, if we're investigating it for suspicious because somebody called it in, it's not like we just...
It doesn't
came
matter
out
if somebody
here
called
and-
it in.
Yes, it does.
Okay, so if you're outside on your property mowing your lawn and somebody says you're suspicious and the police come by, you have to give them your ID?
To verify that you live there, yeah.
No, you don't.
Yes,
it's
you
your
do.
property.
We just need to verify who you are and identify who you are.
And
That's all.
what statute is suspicious? What law am I breaking?
Sir, I'm not. I already went over this with you. I don't need to go.
And you
into
haven't
detail.
justified yourself yet.
I do. And listen, again, if
Okay,
you fail
well,
to provide your documentation, you can be placed under arrest for
You
obstruction.
think so? You do not have
Very, very
identification on me.
Well, so then you lied to me because when I first asked you if you had identification on you, you told me yes, I do.
Well, I have fingerprints and retinas.
No, that's incorrect. I asked you, do you have documentation? Do you have identification? You lied to me, so now I have a concern as to whether you're being truthful and honest with me. Do you understand?
Okay, well, you're
If
not
I
being
find
truthful and
out-
honest with me because you haven't quoted a law yet that I'm
I don't
required to
need-
show you
sir,
ID.
I already explained to you what I need to
Supervisor.
do. If you fail to, there's actually a supervisor right there.
Okay.
Okay, and I don't need to have a supervisor anyway because I asked you for who you are.
Well, I'm
You lied
asking
to
for a
me about
supervisor.
Who you are, and I
I did not lie about who I am.
explained to you what happens if you fail to provide documentation. Now, if I find out you're lying to me, now you can be charged with hindering.
Do we have a
which
sergeant?
means giving failed documentation.
No.
You have two sergeants, right?
Two? Okay.
What's going on?
So what is your name and what is your information?
I'm not answering any questions. Personal information.
Okay, well then you're going to be placed under arrest for obstruction.
And what
Okay,
law
like
is that,
sir?
Sergeant?
He doesn't need to explain it to you.
Well, he does actually. He actually does.
Frank, just hold on a second.
So let's find out.
Can I just ask you what you're doing here?
Yes, sir. I'm in public taking pictures of a public building, expressing my First Amendment right to freedom of press. I'm here to actually file a complaint.
Okay. You have that right. You have all those rights. You just
Thank you. Well, he appears to tell me that I don't.
Now, just so you know, there are areas of this building that are posted.
Absolutely.
That are off limits.
Yep, like the back of that parking lot there. It says restricted area. Can't go back there.
Areas or video those areas.
Absolutely.
Other than that, if you want to walk around with your camera, you can walk around with your camera.
And I don't need to show ID to do that.
You don't have to show ID right now, no, sir.
Don't!
All right, sir.
How's that?
Well, that's incorrect, actually, in that respect.
Oh, is it? Is it? So your sergeant's wrong. So your sergeant's wrong? So your sergeant's...
We're not going to get into an argument here. So we're all set,
Because
all right?
I was just threatened with arrest for not providing identification. It's a violation of Fourth Amendment.
All right, sir. But now we're clear on what's going on, right?
Is he?
Are we all clear?
Is he clear? Because I'm clear and you're clear.
Everybody here is clear, sir.
Very good, sir.
All right,
Thank
so
you.
Continue what you're doing.
I appreciate your help.
All right? You have a good day.
You too.
All right?
Thank you
We're all
very
clear,
much.
guys.
Thank you.
All right?
Have a nice day, officer.
You too, sir.
Hope you learned something today.
We see this so often. Cops will say and make up anything to try to violate your civil rights. This cop said that if Alex didn't provide his identification, that he would be obstructing. That's an absolute lie and intimidation tactic for you to hand over your ID. To refuse to provide your ID is protected by the Fourth Amendment, and it's your right to keep that private. Keep in mind, obstruction is a crime committed by someone who hides evidence of a crime from a police officer, therefore hindering or obstructing an officer's investigation. So if there was never a crime to hide any evidence, you wouldn't have to provide your identity. Why not train cops with the same knowledge as the supervisors to prevent so many of these situations? To be honest, I don't have the opportunity to say this much, but let me give credit when credit is due. That was a good job by the supervisor. Only thing is, I just don't need your permission to walk around with my camera, and I don't need your directives. Let's continue.
Okay, sir, I need to have you back up.
No, I'm gonna stand right here.
Okay, you can stand. That's good.
Look at this guy.
Look at this guy doing traffic stop. You're right. It's officer safety.
Look at this guy.
Yeah.
Officer safety. What law is that?
Huh? It's
What
not
law is
law.
that?
I'm just walking on the sidewalk.
Go deal with your traffic stop.
I
Get
have a
away from
partner.
me.
I can't speak Spanish and I haven't translated.
Who are you? What's your name? What's your name?
We're good to go here.
I hated this clown.
You're right. The clown with the video.
Such an idiot, dude.
Yeah.
I saw the way you were treating her too.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
You don't even know what's going on here, sir. So.
Check out these guys.
Yeah.
All right, we'll find out who he is. Is he a Taylorsville officer? I'm trying to, but he doesn't answer.
Well, I was trying to talk to you, sir. You didn't want to
Hey, I don't think your chief's gonna like you acting this way. I know your chief really good.
Yeah, what's his name then?
I'm not talking to you.
Yeah, so you don't know his name.
Sir.
Come on.
Insurance and speed. Okay.
What's your name, sir? You're a public servant?
I wish I had time just to drive around and just videotape it. It's kind of cool to have a kind of job.
You don't even know nothing about me.
It's a nice day though. I mean, it's a little cold this morning, isn't it? Yeah. So, hope it warms up a little bit. Yeah. I was thinking about going out and buying a video camera today and see if I can just go around and check out the lights and the snow.
Police officer here. Do you want to identify, sir? Excuse me. You want to identify?
I'm a Taylorsville officer.
Can I get your name?
That's as far as it's going today.
I'm not talking to you.
That's okay.
No. Can I get your name?
He just told you though.
No?
I don't have a reason to give it to you. Thank you, though.
I asked you for your name. You're supposed to identify yourself in the public.
I'm a Taylorsville police officer.
I can read that.
He's TY161. TY161.
That's my badge number right there.
Can I get your name?
That's as far as it's going, sir. So,
right there.
like I say, we're conducting an official investigation. You can interfere at this point. I've asked you to step back.
You're the one interfering with me. I was way back.
How am I interfering with you?
In front of my face.
Okay, sir. I appreciate that you've got to know and you understand the law, and I appreciate
Obviously,
that.
you don't appreciate it. You don't appreciate the First Amendment whatsoever.
Okay. Why don't you go read the First Amendment? If I restrict you or hold you...
Why don't you read it?
Go with it. They can't, it's actually protected information there, sir.
What law is that?
It's I'm just letting you know it's protected information, so letting the officer know. No, I'm just letting you know that that's protected.
I'll let you know that it's your job to protect that, not my job.
Yeah, it is. It is.
You want to start all over? You want to give me your name?
Oh, well, we've already started. When I first started talking to you, you didn't want to talk here, and you're actually not part of the situation. I asked you to step away. You chose not to.
We can step away. I wasn't close to you. I was way far away
Okay.
from you.
So actually,
you came up to me and you got in front of me.
Okay.
Didn't you?
That's
Didn't
right.
you?
That's okay.
Didn't you?
That's okay.
It's not okay. ¿Qué fue lo que pasó?
Comenzó a gritarme como un loco y gríteme, me quitó el celular. Me decía que no puede, es que no sé inglés. Yo le decía, voy a llamar a alguien para que me traduzca, o sea, como que no es pánico. Comenzó a gríteme. Y me quitó el teléfono, me lo tiró y me decía que me sentara y que me metiera al carro. Pero me trató muy feo, me gritó muy feo. Me gritaba y yo le decía que esperara, que ya iba a llamar a alguien para que me traduciera, y él me seguía gritando y me seguía gritando y me quitó el teléfono.
For the traffic stop, and then after he saw that, he told her that she was going over the speed limit.
So this clip is a perfect example of I'm above the law. You can clearly see he's off duty. He's in his plain clothes, and I'm assuming he's a sergeant or a lieutenant. So it looks like he conducted the traffic stop because he didn't see any plates, although they were in the back of the window. But since he already conducted the stop, he had to find something to get her on. Or did he? Looks like he didn't want no parts of this. He wasn't even on duty, so he had this other officer write the tickets on his behalf. But my thing is, okay, if he was making the traffic stop, why would he have to start yelling at someone who clearly has a language barrier? And if they didn't have a language barrier, what's the point of making a traffic stop and begin yelling at someone? Go find some criminals that's out there ruining someone's life and being destructive to the community like you guys do. We gotta stop this pointless revenue generating stops. It's sickening and it's forcing the members of the community to lose your trust. No wonder you have to continue to watch your back when you're standing in line at Dunkin' Donuts. It's redundant and shameful. Now get out there and actually fight some crime. Let's continue.
Is there a reason why you're taking a picture of me?
Because you came up to me.
Yeah, we don't understand what...
Do you guys know the law? Do you know that if we're in a public sidewalk?
Is she sheriff? I've never seen a sheriff's uniform.
Can I ask you a question? Ma'am?
Did she identify herself?
Yeah, what's your name, badge number, please?
Please identify yourself to us, ma'am.
Can I get your name, badge number?
Well, I guess, do we have to walk over and get it?
Ma'am, can I get your name, badge number? We're free, ma'am. Do you know freedom? That badge doesn't give you a right to just come and tell people what they can and can't do, ma'am. There's 3 angles, so we're getting you either way. Well, how come you guys don't like the First Amendment, ma'am? You know we have the right to come and take pictures of anything we can see from a public setting. Can I get your name and badge number per your policy to identify yourself, ma'am? Hey, ma'am, how are you? We're just taking some shots for a little story we're doing, that's all. Just take some pictures.
What story are you doing?
I can't say because it's not published yet, so we don't know yet, yeah. But we're just taking some shots, that's all.
Okay. What website are you gonna publish on?
Oh, that's all I'm gonna say, yeah, until we know, until we finish the story, yeah. So it'll probably be a couple weeks before we finish it.
All right.
So. But maybe you could tell her, she came out and told us that we can't take pictures, and she's clearly wrong. This is a First Amendment protected activity, as long as we're on the public sidewalk. Plus, you have Fordyce versus Seattle, you have California Penal Code 148.G. But it's just, I think you guys need the education thing is because she came out and made a false statement saying that we can record. So, yeah, we just want to be left alone. So.
All right. Well.
You have a good day, okay?
like to tell you guys that there are going to be there's going to be traffic.
That's fine. That's fine. Yeah. And if we were crossing, they have to stop for us, man. I know the pedestrian laws. We have the right of way. So yeah, that doesn't even fall into play because if they're coming and I'm crossing, they have to stop for me. So thank you though.
Can we ask for your ID?
No, we California law. Yeah, we haven't committed a crime, so we're okay. What's your name, and badge number? Stella.
Stella.
Badge number, please.
437.
Can you identify yourself now, ma'am? Since I've asked you about 8 times. 190. Thank you. Can I get your badge number?
Absolutely. Deputy De La Torre. That's DELATORRE. 476489, sir.
Philip.
My pleasure, sir.
Nice to meet you.
Yes, sir. Thank you. No, it's not. It's actually pretty good.
Is there any reason why you're wearing sunglasses and a dark hat? I'm talking to
He
you,
always
sir.
dresses to impress.
Yeah.
This is the
Well,
courthouse, is it?
No, I'm just asking. It's sometimes people try to.
Well, I mean, there's sun out. I mean, look at the sun's beating down right on us.
Well, it's like you don't want to be identified. Same with you, sir.
Can I ask you a question? What the
Okay.
hell gives you the right to identify me?
I'm just asking you a
No. I'm asking you a question now. Why do you want to identify me?
It's part
We
of my
haven't
job.
committed a crime.
No, it's not, ma'am. Okay, what's RAS, ma'am? What's tell me. Let's see how much your education. Yeah, that's what I thought. Walk of shame and look at.
I look forward to your video.
You make yourself look stupid, man. Instead of making an example for these young deputies and show them what the law says, you're over here trying to exert authority you don't have. Excuse me?
You're very defensive.
Because I don't appreciate you coming out here first asking me for ID, which
Hold
on, let me speak.
Your ID and you said no.
Let me speak. You specifically know that you're not supposed to ask me for ID because I haven't committed a crime, but yet you want the ID to try to hem me up and run my name and try to catch me on something.
I can ask you for ID. Can
I didn't say you couldn't ask me. All I'm saying is that's what's wrong with the disconnect. See, the fact that you don't even understand that you're crossing the line is that's why good cops are getting shot, because of the disconnect between you and understanding what I'm saying.
You're saying I'm going to get shot or?
Okay, now you're being stupid, man. Now you're being stupid. Now you're being totally stupid. Yeah, now you're being totally stupid. How'd you make sergeant? I'm just trying to tell you that the actions that disconnect the public between the police.
Wow, I'm not sure where to begin, but let's start with profiling. Why would you ask a citizen why they are wearing sunglasses? So you're now considered a suspicious person if you hold a camera wearing sunglasses outside on a sunny day? Wow, High Desert is completely right, and the sergeant tried to flip what he said when he made the point on the disconnect between cops and citizens, saying good cops are getting shot because of the nasty tyrants out here violating people's rights. She knows better than to go asking citizens for their ID when no crime has been committed. If she doesn't know better, she needs those stripes removed from her sleeve. And for the little pretty deputy that doesn't want to be filmed, what's the point of putting on all that makeup and then hiding your face? Unfortunately, that costume and your attitude on public photography makes you look the same as any other tyrant on the streets.
Excuse me.
Please don't touch me, thank you.
You can't, you want you off the station.
Sir.
Sir.
Stop recording and
You have
move
to-
away from the booth.
Can I get your name and badge number?
Yeah, Officer Cedar Issue
I need a card.
18566.
I need a card. Can I get your name and badge number? Nice to meet you.
Yeah, all right.
Can I get your card since you touched me?
Yeah. All right.
Thank you. Can I trust you? Thank you. What was you saying?
All right, you
Move away from the booth. And
Why?
He doesn't want you in the station.
He doesn't want me in the station?
Yeah, he doesn't want you recording.
Is this a private station or?
It's a private industry. Yeah.
I'm sorry?
So
What if I was taking the train?
You can take the train, but you can't record in here.
Of
like
course I
that,
could. There's
right?
case law on it.
No, right? So
What crime
he
is
wants
it?
you out from the train station or pay and
Sir,
go?
what crime is it?
You're recording. It's trespassing. He's telling you he wants you out.
It's trespassing to record in public?
It's trespassing. You're recording here. Either you take the train or
You know what the First Amendment is?
you record. You want to record, that's fine.
You know photography is
But
not
you
a
get the
crime,
train,
right?
Okay.
You know photography is not a crime, right?
Are you going to leave?
I'm not going to believe your lies.
Okay. Are you going to leave or are you going
I'm
to take the
conducting
train?
business right now.
All right, yeah. Are you taking the train?
You know what business is, right?
Are you taking the train or no?
I don't answer questions, but you know what business
taking
is,
the train
right?
or not?
You know what
Are you gonna
official
take the
business
train?
is?
Are you taking the train?
You know what official business is, right?
Sir,
You know what
all
somebody-
we're asking you is to back away from that booth because he does not feel comfortable with you videotaping him.
Oh, okay. You
So
enforce fittings or
please-
you enforce law? Am I breaking the
Please
law?
move away from the
I'm okay.
booth.
I'm doing something. I tell you, I'm conducting business.
No.
It's my business. If I'm not breaking the law,
Well, right
then
now he's
we
saying he
really
wants you out.
is this a consensual conversation?
What?
Is this consensual?
I need consent to talk.
Is
Do I
this
need-
consensual?
do I need consent to talk?
Am I being detained?
No, you're not being.
Okay, so have a good day. all
It's
right?
either you're being ejected from the train station.
From a public place.
Are you taking the train?
I'm conducting business right now. I might take the train, yeah.
Okay, well, right
There's a
now-
possibility.
okay,
I could take
can I talk?
I could take the
Can I
train,
talk? Can I
right?
talk?
No, I'm okay because
I
I
didn't
even want to talk to you. You said I'm not
Alright,
detained,
either
so
you have to leave the
Have
train
a-
station or take the train.
okay.
Okay.
Right.
Which one are you gonna do right now?
Is this public?
Right now, he's
It's a
in
public
control.
space,
He
right?
wants you out from the train station or go upstairs and take the train.
Why? Am I committing a crime?
Right now, he doesn't want you here. You're
Am I-
videotaping him, all right?
It's called the First Amendment. You know what the First Amendment is, right?
So
You swore to protect it, remember?
What are you gonna do?
You remember you guys swore to protect our rights, right? The Constitution? You know I'm not committing a crime. So why are you guys trying to bully me out of a public place?
He clearly doesn't want you videotaping him.
You just spoke about his feelings.
What?
I don't like him because he's light-skinned. Can you do something about it?
No, we can't do
But that's the
anything
way I
about that.
feel. All right then.
So move
All right
away
then.
and stop
He doesn't
recording.
like.
Either get
What
on
if
the
I was?
train or exit the
What if
station.
I was praying?
Praying?
And he didn't like that I was praying. You want to tell
You
me to
can
stop
pray.
praying?
You can do whatever
All
you
right
want, but
then.
you can't-
All right
you
then.
can't record him.
You know why I could pray? Because it's protected. You know why I could pray, right? Because it's protected. This is protected.
Right. So
Right?
you understand that by causing annoyance and alarm to this guy here, you're
Annoyance
harassing
and
him,
alarm?
right?
This isn't a
You
crime.
understand you're harassing him, but that is considered
Photography is
harassing.
not a crime,
right?
sir.
So I'm glad you
Me
know
just
what
standing
you think
here
the law
taking
is. I'm explaining
pictures?
to you what the law is, right?
Me just-
in the penal law, harassment
Okay,
is
go
to
ahead.
cause annoyance and
Go
alarm
ahead.
to an individual. By recording, you are causing annoyance and alarm to this individual here who works here in his workplace establishment. You are violating, obviously, your
So basically-
so you could be ejected from the station.
Let me get this right. Basically, what you're saying
There's no
is that
basically.
photography
I
is a
just
crime.
explained to
That's
you.
what you said.
Photography
is a
of an
crime.
individual where it causes annoyance and alarm is a crime. It's harassment.
Photography will never be a crime. It's a protected activity
Right.
under the First Amendment
but
that
that's
you
what
swore to protect.
But it's harassment.
Right?
You're
What if I was
harassing him.
praying and he didn't like that I was praying? You gonna tell me, yo, you can't, you gotta leave a public place
his work- in a
because he feels
MTA
uncomfortable that you're
workplace.
praying because I don't have the same religion? You understand what I'm trying to say?
Right. So
it's a protected
What are
activity.
you proving to us right now?
I told you I'm conducting
on camera.
business. I'm
Look,
doing a
you're
story.
recording us, right? You want to be
and
funny. You want to make a video.
do
What
I-
are you proving
You
to
think
us?
the Constitution is
What are you
funny? You
proving
think
to us?
violating my rights is funny?
What are you proving to us right
I'm
now?
actually.
No,
So-
I'm asking you. This is
I
not
told
a
you what
Q&A,
I'm
my
doing. I
friend.
told you.
I'm telling you, what are you proving to us right now? You're sitting
You
here
want me to answer your
recording the
question?
MTA
You
worker
want me-
in the booth. Listen to me.
Go ahead. You
Why
speak
can't
and then
listen?
you.
Why can't
I'll let
listen?
you speak and then
I'm
I'll speak.
respectfully
Okay.
speaking to you.
Go ahead.
My colleagues here have been respectfully speaking to you. You're not
If you
listening
say
to
so.
us.
Go ahead. Speak.
Right. What business do you have sitting here bothering this individual by harassing him, recording him while he's here at work? What are you doing? You're just sitting here recording for over a minute. You're sitting here recording this individual. What is your gain from that? What are you gaining from this instance right here? That you can't just politely either walk away or go do this business elsewhere. We asked you nicely multiple times. We explained to you you did cause annoyance and alarm to this individual in here. We explained to you what business, what problem you're causing here with us. Why can't you just respectfully walk away? We're giving you an opportunity to respectfully walk away. I don't understand what you clearly can't explain to me. Why? Why can't you just walk away? Seriously. I'm asking you very politely.
I'm waiting for you to finish so I can answer your question.
I'm finished. Why don't you tell me what your
So,
answer is?
I told you, I'm conducting business. Constitutionally protected business. That you, and you swore to protect under God and your fellow men. Swore to uphold the Constitution, remember?
Right.
You did, right? So if I'm in public, right? I'm checking up on my government workers, which I have a constitutional right to do in public, from public, right? So I don't see what the problem is. I asked you if I'm being detained, you said no. I asked you if I'm committing a crime, you said no, right? No, you don't. But you don't get it. You know that photography will never be a crime.
The issue
This is not a crime.
What you're doing while you're videotaping is causing alarm and annoyance.
You don't
to somebody
enforce his
in the
feelings. You
station.
enforce the law. I have a right to check up on my government workers in the course of their duties. You know that, right? Then so let me rock. If I'm not,
Causing alarm and annoyance to somebody, you
how?
have to
Because
leave.
his feelings. Do an investigation. Do you see me causing alarm? Do you
Yes.
see me cursing him out, or do you see me just
He
simply
stated
recording?
to me right over there that he is annoyed
And I
and
told you I
alarmed by
don't
your
like him because
actions.
I don't like him because he has a bald spot. You want to help me? You want to ask him to leave? All right then. But that's the way I feel. That's the way he feels.
You want to record?
I
Fine,
didn't say.
but just
First of
don't
all,
record. Don't record right up
first
here.
of all,
Just record
I
back.
didn't
There's
say
personal
anything to
space.
him. I'm standing here in public, filming whatever I can see from public.
Right, but it's your
So
actions.
how's my
Your
actions?
as well. That is
I'm
all
simply
is
standing here
un-
peacefully
right, there's
recording.
all-
I didn't say nothing to him. So it doesn't matter how he feels. He cannot like me because I'm black. You gonna ask me to leave the station? Oh, he doesn't like you
But
because you're
that's
dark
not the
skinned.
incident. That's not the incident.
That's my
at
right,
hand.
though.
The incident.
I'm
This is the
exercising my
incident
rights
at hand.
peacefully. Sir, I'm exercising my rights peacefully.
Right.
That's the wrong bottom line.
And
I didn't say nothing to him.
peacefully asking you, why can't you just do the
Are you
self?
done with your documentation and business? Like, are you
Well,
done?
you guys
finished?
became my
You
business
guys
now
want
because you're trying to violate my rights when clearly I'm not doing nothing wrong.
Violating your rights.
All right then. So where's the crime at?
Explain everything outside if you want.
Okay, if I wanted to get on the train, I could get on the train, right? If I wanted to buy something from the store, I could buy something from the store, right?
Why don't you
This is
conduct that?
all right. So I'm gonna do that on my time. This is public. I have a right to be here, do I not? I don't have a right to be here? You know there's nothing wrong, there's nothing going on, but you see a citizen exercising their rights, and you just gotta say something. I don't get that. I don't get that. If I'm not committing a crime, I'm not doing nothing wrong, leave me alone. I'm in public. You understand? You swore to protect my rights, all of you. So what's the problem? That's the point. That's why I record in public. That's why I record my government officials. To see if y'all know our rights and see if you respect my rights. Because you swore to protect my rights. Do you understand? I'm not committing a crime. You just said I'm not being detained. I'm in public. You understand? There's nothing wrong with me recording my government officials. It's our duty as American citizens to check up on our government workers. Right? You know we can record you guys.
We know that.
All right, so what's the problem? So what's the problem?
The issue is that you're doing it up close.
I'm not impeding business. If somebody wants to come conduct business, they can.
No,
I'm not impeding business.
I'm saying you can record. That's fine.
That's it, period.
But I'm
period.
saying,
Period. I can record, period.
There's something called safety. He doesn't feel safe.
He's
with
behind
you.
a 6-inch
He doesn't
bulletproof
feel,
glass.
He doesn't feel safe.
Because he's
if
ignorant
you
to
were-
my rights.
Why don't you still record from right here so he doesn't? You're not up. Just don't block any view.
I'm not blocking this. I'm not impeding business. I'm not going anywhere I'm not supposed to be. I'm standing in a publicly accessible area, exercising my rights peacefully.
Vision and you're good. That's it. Okay? Are you happy with that? That's it.
Yeah, I want you guys to remember the oath, because the main part of your job is to uphold the Constitution of America, which is the highest law of the land, not enforce people's feelings. Instead of trying to kick me out of a public place, you educate him like, sir, you work for the government. The citizens have the right to record you in the course of your duties. Educate him on the First Amendment. Simple. I can't control how he feels. I can't. All right then, so why are you trying to kick me out of a public place?
Stop blocking his view. So if you stand right there, you're fine. Then you're good. Okay? We're done.
Have a good day. No, but like honestly, bro, respect the oath that you took, bro. You're not a game. You swore to protect my rights. That's a walk of shame right there. Look at him. Your oath. Can I get a map, please? Thank you. There's nothing wrong with me taking pictures, okay? You work for the government.
The First Amendment to the United States Constitution guarantees freedom of speech, freedom of press, freedom of religion, freedom of assembly, and freedom to petition the government for a redress of grievances. These rights are essential to a free and democratic society, and Good God Audit proves in this clip why it's so important to know how to exercise those rights. These cops came up demanding that Good God Audits leave immediately, stop recording, you gotta go, you're trespassed, you can't be here, you're harassing. And what happened by the end of the clip? They were acknowledging that yes, he does have the right to film, only for one simple reason, that they know they're fighting an uphill battle once they're put on notice that they are violating a citizen's rights. If you haven't yet, make sure you go subscribe to Good God Audits, support him in any way you can. He's out here fighting for our rights and he's doing a great job at it. Let's continue.
Officer Ruck with the Hardyville PD.
Okay.
What you doing out this late night? Heading this way.
Did I do something wrong?
Just trying to make sure everything's good.
All right, you have a blessed night, sir.
Hey.
Am I being held for anything?
Well, actually, yeah, right now you are being detained.
For what reason?
All right, what are you doing?
Don't worry about what I'm doing. I didn't break no law, right?
You're right here.
What was your name and badge number? He already identified himself.
I'm Officer Hager.
What was your badge number?
I'm Officer Hager.
Officer Hager? Okay, if you don't want to identify yourself, I'll speak with this officer.
That's fine.
Okay, so what's going on tonight?
Don't worry about it.
From over here, whatever and stuff. What's up?
Don't worry about it. I'm out here watching you guys.
Okay.
I see how you guys like to sit out here in the middle of the road with no lights on.
Okay, you got any ID on you so we can...
For what reason? Like I said, did I commit a crime? Do you suspect me of committing a crime or am going to commit a crime?
Well, right now, I'm trying to figure out who you are and why you're out here this late.
I'm somebody that watches cops. How about that?
Okay, you're somebody that watches cops.
Yep.
When, like, I identified myself to you.
I understand, but you're a public official, correct?
Okay,
Is it not policy for you to?
Where's your identification?
Do I not have the 4th Amendment? Do I not have the 4th Amendment?
Yes, you do.
Okay.
And I'm not violating that by asking for your identification.
Okay, and I'm telling you I don't want to identify to you, sir.
All right, well, here's the problem. You're out here watching cops.
Yep.
We have an officer up there that you're walking.
That's
towards.
fine.
Do you have ID?
No.
What's your name?
Don't worry about it. Good citizen.
If you want to play this game, that's fine.
Okay.
You're getting ready to walk on one of my officers on a traffic stop saying that you watch cops.
Oh, yeah.
So we're watching
all I'm doing. All right, you can watch me. You can follow me.
No, you're going to stay right there.
Or what are you going to do? Are you going to arrest me for it?
Listen.
Are you giving me a lawful order, sir? I'm asking you that. Okay, is your body camera rolling?
Yes.
Okay, that's good.
Do you have ID?
No.
So you're out here saying that you watch cops.
I got ID, but you ain't getting it because I ain't break no law.
Listen, you're in the middle of the dark.
It don't matter. Here, you want me to turn on a light? I'll turn on a flashlight for you.
Well, you're going to stay here until we're done with my officer.
The hell I am. I'm going to be out here all night, and I'm going to be watching each and every one of you.
And that's fine.
You're damn right it is, because that's what I'm allowed to do. It's my right. No.
Keep your hands out your pockets.
No, I just put my flashlight away. What are you scared? You got guns. I don't got no weapons. Don't be scared, homie. All right?
Matter of fact, keep your hands out your pockets. We're just going to pat you down for weapons.
All right, so you guys see this officer right here? Go ahead, pat me down, fool. Y'all see this? This is Hardyville Police Department. Hold on, don't be taking my, don't go in my pockets. Don't go in my pockets. All right, you can check me all you want, but you ain't going in my pockets.
You got ID?
You ain't getting it.
I just asked about ID.
You ain't getting it.
Do whatever you want.
I know I can. That's why I can. Trust me. I want your sergeant out here. Call him out here. Call your sergeant out here.
Oh, you want my sergeant?
Yes, sir.
Sure, that's fine.
Thank you.
812.
Get out of my pockets. Don't go in my pockets.
Got an individual videotaping the supervisor. What's your name and date of birth?
Don't worry about it. Unless if I've committed a crime, you ain't getting it. Unless I committed a crime, you ain't getting it.
What's your name and date of birth?
I ain't giving it to you. You're one of those tyrants out here that like to violate people's rights, ain't you? Because, see, I know my rights.
I bet you do.
I do.
And I know we have an officer up there.
I don't give a damn what you get. I'll do whatever I want. You ain't going to stop me. All right, right now, you got about 15 minutes before you're legally detaining me. So what the f do you got me detained for?
You wanted my supervisor.
Okay, because of the fact that you just literally patted me down for no reason. That's what a tyrant does. I don't give a f if you know me. You don't need to know me. You don't need to know me, homie. I don't give a f. I don't care. You guys, you're scared. You're scared. You with all that weapons on you. Look at you. Who are you, f***ing Rambo? Fuck out of here, bro.
Whatever, man.
Am I free to leave?
No, you called for my supervisor.
All right, so if you're holding me here for something, okay. Well, my time's running because I started my clock. So, hello, ma'am. Watson, that's it. How's it going, Sergeant Watson? This gentleman right here has detained me because of the fact that I'm walking down the street recording your officers. And he's telling me that I have to identify, and I told him that I haven't committed any crimes, and he says that, oh, well, he's still going to sit here and detain me for no reason against my will.
Negative, sir.
Okay.
When it comes to law enforcement, when you are asked to identify yourself, you are required to identify yourself.
If I've committed a crime, about to commit a crime.
No, sir.
Okay, well, then you got, all right.
Listen to me. Right now, you are a person of interest. We
For
don't
what
know who
crime?
you are. Listen.
For what crime,
Can
ma'am?
you shut up and listen?
What crime?
No crime. You're walking on the highway. It's after dark. Who are you? Where are you going? Are
You guys
sure
see
you're
this?
Okay?
You were getting ready to walk up behind Humber. So
I'm going to be out here all night.
Parked here. He got out of the van. Well, a van was parked here. He was walking from the direction of the van. We went out with him right here, and Humber was parked up there on his last traffic stop. What he explained to us, make sure this is on your YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Is that he watches cops.
I'm a cop watcher. Okay. You're damn right.
In that direction. So we stopped him.
I've been doing it for years.
I don't know what his intent was.
To watch cops, you dumb.
No, excuse me. Excuse me.
So,
call him a dumbass again, and you can go to jail for public disorderly conduct. Okay? Understand?
Let your YouTube channel know all that.
And just so you know, Mine's
I know.
recording.
Oh, I know.
His
Trust
is
me.
recording.
That's
His
good.
Is recording.
Good.
Oh,
It's
and
good.
these two are recording too. Okay?
That's really good because when I FOIA request it, it's gonna look really good on. I'll give you my first name. It's Good Citizen.
Negative, sir. You will stay detained until you identify yourself.
For what crime have you suspect me of committing?
You will remain detained.
Show me the law, ma'am, that you have a right to detain.
Right now, you are a suspicious person walking on the
Is
roadway.
suspicious a felony or a misdemeanor?
Oh, by the way, you were walking on this side?
Yes.
Oh, he's walking again. He's walking in the same direction of traffic. That's a South Carolina violation. So go ahead and write him a ticket for that and take him to jail.
Take him to jail?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Let me get your ID.
Hold on, 'cause I gotta get my other pants.
Well, how many pair of pants you got?
I got 2 on.
All right. I don't know what you got going on.
Look, man, I'm
All
just.
right, listen. I don't know what you got going on. You got
Man, seriously, you guys got 8 officers out here. This is.
Whoa, these law enforcement officers were completely out of hand, and I see why. Just look at the supervisor. Now, in South Carolina, police officers are not allowed to demand your identification unless they have reasonable articulable suspicion that you have committed, are committing, or about to commit a crime. This is because the 4th Amendment to the United States Constitution protects you from unreasonable searches and seizures. Now, can an officer just pat down and search a citizen like this? Well, it's called a Terry stop. A Terry stop is a type of stop where an officer briefly detains a person based on a reasonable suspicion that the person has committed a crime. The Terry stop was first recognized by the Supreme Court in the case Terry v. Ohio in 1968. In that case, 2 police officers in Cleveland, Ohio were patrolling a high crime area when they saw 2 men who believed were casing a store. The officers stopped the men and frisked them. Finding a gun on one of them, the man was arrested and charged with carrying a concealed weapon. The man challenged the stop and frisk, arguing that it violated his 4th Amendment rights. The Supreme Court upheld the stop and frisk, holding that it was a reasonable seizure under the 4th Amendment. The court held that an officer may stop and frisk a person if the officer has reasonable suspicion that a person has committed a crime. Now keep in mind, the officer may only detain the person for a brief period of time, and the officer may only frisk the person for weapons. The officer may not search the person for other evidence of a crime. But it's a shame how these officers conducted themselves. They need to be off the street. It's just nothing good can come from this department.
But you cannot impede or stand.
I'm not impeding anything. You're dismissed. Go back to work.
You cannot stand.
You're dismissed. Go back to work.
If I wasn't out here trying to discuss that, you are not allowed to film inside here.
Show me the law that says I can't.
Step away.
Show me the law that says I can't.
Step away.
Nope.
You're on private property, not public property.
Oh no.
Step away.
See, when the state leases this, that makes it public.
No, not.
Oh yes, it does.
Step out here.
Nope.
Step out here.
Nope.
Just like you can't stand out here and collect petitions, same thing applies.
No, you're wrong. You need to learn the law.
100% right.
Nope, you're wrong.
But the bottom line is, you've been asked to step off of private property. You can step out there, and you can.
Not gonna happen.
That's fine. The police are on the way.
Okay, great. Have a nice day. You'll learn.
You as well. You have a better one.
I will. Once you get educated.
All right, sir. So.
A Hall. What's your badge number?
634.
634.
So, what's going on right now is they have it posted that you can't film inside. Okay.
Oh, you're fine. Yeah.
So was I ever inside the building?
I don't know, but I'm saying.
Well, why don't you find out before you say garbage to me? That doesn't mean anything to me.
Well, first off,
if I wasn't inside, then it doesn't apply.
Is you're not allowed to film inside, okay?
If I'm not inside, it doesn't apply.
If you continue to
anything I
listen.
can see from public, I can record. It's called the First Amendment.
Listen to me, what I'm saying. They have it posted in there that you can't record in there, okay? You're not recording in there right now.
And there's no MCLs to go with that. That's a public building. I can record in there.
Okay. So, as it stands, they don't want you inside, okay?
I haven't been inside.
Okay. About that, the landlord, because they rent or they lease the space, if the person that owns this property wants you removed and trespassed, then
they can't do that. When the state leases the property, that makes it public property.
Okay. Well, what I'm telling you is this area here is private property.
No, it's not, because it's right in front of this.
Okay.
If I was standing in front of the next office down, yeah, that'd be private property. But because this is leased by the state, it makes it public.
Is Is there any particular reason that you are filming, or just
because I can. Just exercising my First Amendment right. Watching my employees work.
Okay. Well, as of now, there's nothing that we're gonna do here, so they just ask that you don't film inside.
But I can film inside.
They're asking that you don't.
They can ask anything they want, but I still can't.
And they have it posted that they don't want you to.
It doesn't matter. That doesn't apply to me. I'm a citizen. I'm not an employee.
I understand that. I understand what you're saying.
Okay.
But you also got to realize that your attitude is coming off abrasive, and there's other than the fact that you're just filming to film because you can, there really isn't, I mean, a reason for you to be here.
Sure there is. I'm educating people as I record.
Okay. Well, just please don't interfere with people coming in or going.
I haven't done that at all.
Okay.
And I never would.
Okay. Well, I appreciate that.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Can I give me your name?
Hell no.
Didn't think so. All right.
Can I get your name and badge number, sir? Before you wander off? Oh, you're not gonna ID for him? What's your name and badge number? Thank you, sir.
This cop was trying to lie and say it was private property, but he's not good at lying. He knew that Michigan Constitutional Crusader was not committing a crime and that there was nothing he can do about it. Now let's be clear. If a citizen would have complied with his initial lies, they would have been kicked off the property, and the post office would have thought that they were correct and continued to prevent citizens from filming their visits. It's a shame that when cops don't have a law to enforce, they immediately try to enforce feelings. What does a citizen's attitude coming off abrasive has to do with a crime being committed? Nothing. MCC was calm and professional, but when you know your rights, that's having an abrasive attitude to cops. Shaking my head. Oh, and this cop could have just left, but he had to do it. Y'all tell me what this sounds like.
Can I give me your name?
Can I give me your name?
Hell no.
Okay, but can I take a picture of you?
You can.
I can. I'm allowed to.
You'll create a public document.
What do you mean?
You work for the police department, so you work for the government. You'll be creating a public document that I'll be able to record request. You can take a picture of me, but it will be a public record, just to let you know. And I can request that, even if that's your personal phone. You understand that, right, Zelinsky?
Man, if you're going to go that far...
I'm not going to go that far. If you want to take a picture with me, I'll take a picture with you, brother.
Really?
Yeah. I don't care about having my picture taken, brother. Whenever this is over, though, I do want to talk with your...
He's new.
Yeah, I know. I want to speak with him. Okay? Are you finished here? Can I get your name and badge number?
Jonathan. J.
Jonathan?
J. Arocho. ZH484.
Okay. Can I speak with you?
Yes, sir. What's going on?
Okay. I watched the body cam with you the other morning about where you were with Officer Redmond and a homeless man was hit on a bike.
No, that wasn't me. I don't recall that.
I'm sure it was. Okay. It was February 2nd.
Okay.
You remember that?
Sure.
And you complained about the man not giving you an ID.
Uh-huh.
Do you understand that it's not required by law if a person hasn't committed a crime, that they're not required by law to give you an ID?
Okay.
You said that you're going to start being more stern with people about their ID and not IDing.
Yes, sir.
Do you remember that?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Right.
Thank you.
I love this clip because it shows one of the most important reasons we're out here recording our local law enforcement officers, and that is to educate. The first officer was educated that no, you cannot take my picture unless you want to create a public record. And when you do so, now I can FOIA, which is the Freedom of Information Act, which allows citizens to obtain public records from our government officials. So that means if this was that cop's personal phone, we would be able to now request all the information that's on their phone, which could be pretty damaging and embarrassing for that officer. That's why he thought twice about taking that picture. And the second officer here, which is the rookie, just by having this conversation with Caveman's cammed up, is soaking into his rookie cop brain that you just can't go around asking everyone for their ID without there being a crime committed. So by this being a young officer, he can go ahead and stop those tyrannical behaviors that he was trained to do and hopefully think about that conversation before he violates someone else's rights.
How's it going, man?
How you doing? You on a call? You on a call by any chance? Just curious. But Chand, right? Something like that? You don't want to have a conversation with me, man? I'm just investigating right now. I'm doing a story. You on call by any chance? Or are you just kicking it? DD Bachand, right? What's your last name? I don't know if I pronounced that right. So what's up, man? What you doing here? You got a call here, or is this what you usually do? You usually park and just waste taxpayers' money and time?
Can you do me a favor?
Yo, don't put your hands on me. Don't put your hands on me, bro. It's my car. Don't put your hands on me. You keep putting your hands on me, I'm gonna push you away. Just like I'm doing. I have a right to go by the car. It's not yours. It's the taxpayer car. You're damn right. Call your sergeant. Call your sergeant. They're busy? You just excessive force.
You have the right to touch citizens. He has the right to look in your car.
You're not gonna tell me
Our property. You have no
what?
right
What you gonna tell me?
just standing here, mother.
Back off of me.
You just came on to me.
Step away from me.
You just came up to me. Stop putting your hands on me. Stop putting your hands on me. You don't like how I'm pushing your hands off of me, right? You don't like how I'm pushing your hands off me, right? Don't touch me again.
Don't touch me.
I'm touching you? Watch out. Hold up. Oh, this guy's a clown.
George, go ahead. Touch him again. Touch him again.
Back up, back up.
Touch him again.
Call your sergeant, man. Next month what? Nice mouth? What, you don't like freedom of speech? Look at your mouth. Why don't you give me a smile? Your shit look like shit, bro. Yeah, look at that. You look like shit. So I'm gonna go buy our vehicle.
That's right.
If you pitch, is it your vehicle? Is it your vehicle? You own this?
You don't, mother.
You f***ed up when you put your hands on me, bro. That's where you f***ed up.
Officer badge number 119
Yeah.
to the state.
I have a right to go buy our vehicle. You have no right to put your hands on me. Look, you worried about space, right? Back the f*** up, homie. Back up.
Get out of my face.
You just came up to me.
You
Back
have
the
no
f*** up.
business
Back up.
being next to this
How you gonna
vehicle
say?
next to me.
I have a f***ing right
Do you mind
to
stepping over
investigate.
here,
No,
then?
f*** you. You just
Step
put your
over
hands
here.
on me. Back up. And then
over
you
here.
talking about get out your face when you keep invading
over
my
here.
personal space.
You're invading my personal
By
space.
walking over here?
Yes, you are. Yes,
You're
you
a
are.
liar.
Yes, you
And that's
are.
why it's all live.
Okay.
Live.
You can
Live.
record all you want. I'm recording
Live.
too. It doesn't matter.
Are you?
Yeah.
Good.
Oh, yeah.
Good.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
I'm a FOIA request that. F*** you.
Step over here.
Nope.
Get away from my car.
No, it's not your car.
Okay. All right. Whose car is it?
Taxpayers.
Yep. You have a
We
job?
the people. I do.
Where do you work?
You want to know? Look it up. Look it up. Look it up. Look it up.
Look it up.
The same way you guys come to my fucking house and harass me at night and shit.
That's not me.
Nah, who is it
That's not
then?
me.
Who is it?
I've never come to
Hey,
your
go
house.
you. The same way you do that, you can look it up. You're done. You're done.
Us taxpayers pay your salary. No, no, no. Constitutional right. You swore an oath to the Constitution. I do not have to tell you who I am. You can clearly see who I am right on the caller ID, buddy. You got 10 minutes.
You riding out?
We pay you $20-some an hour to just sit here and play with your balls? Is that what that is? You playing with yourself off our dollars. This vehicle is paid for by us. It's not yours, it's mine.
You guys need to ride somewhere?
Suck.
Alright.
Oh, what you leave it?
Yo, don't push the dog. Don't hit me with the door. Don't hit me with the f***ing door. Don't hit me with the f***ing door. My bad, right? My bad, right? Bounce. Yeah, f*** you. You hit me with the door on purpose, bitch. Bye. Bye. You need a f***ing dentist. You need a f***ing dentist. That's what you need, right? Out of here. Oh, hit me with the door. Hit me with the car and everything.
We paying you to sit in a parking lot?
Yeah, have a good day. Wait until you hear from Internal Affairs.
So it seems like these two have some history, but this cop did not wake up on the right side of the bed. You could tell he had a bad attitude, and he's not good for this community. It looked like this mom and daughter were trying to speak to the officer, and the cop just ignored them like they wasn't even there. It's important for law enforcement officers to come to work with a good attitude to show the community that we're here for you if you may need us. It'd be nice if one day we can get to that point that we can greet the officers, hey, how you doing? Fist bump them, not just having that be a rare occasion. Now you may ask, how can we get to that point? And the answer is real simple. Accountability, transparency, and integrity. Stripping away their qualified immunity will help also, because what do they have to lose when they do violate our rights? So if any legislators are watching, let's look deep into doing away with qualified immunity for law enforcement. Let's continue.
Appreciate that. And it's nothing further than we just stop and let you know that you guys have to have a solicitation permit.
Yeah, so
hold
on. Before we answer any questions, let me inform you, we're not soliciting. All right.
Okay.
I have an address book right here.
Okay.
Individuals have what we go to their houses for. There's a message sent out to each one of these individuals. However, people do change apartments. Okay. So if I knock on the door, I'm looking for an individual. Okay. And a new person's moved in there. So it's by appointment where we go for.
That's totally different.
Exactly. So most individuals, they may have moved, but there could be individuals that moved and they look at, they do like, okay, these guys are in full uniform. They're doing something. They got to be doing something. But reality, I'm here for barber. Okay. So that's all that is. We get that all the time.
Okay. So we have to ID you. Okay.
Under what?
Just because we have to know who you are.
No, you don't. So the law states if I'm not committing a felony or a misdemeanor, I don't have to identify. That's exactly what the law states. You have no reasonable, articulable suspicion that I've committed a crime, have committed a crime, or I'm about to commit a crime. I told you what's going on already.
What's up, guys? Okay.
You know?
Oh, man. Hey, I was going to say, you look as cold as me. Bro, for real. Did you give them the...
So we don't, if that's, we don't need that. That's for soliciting. As I explained to him, I'm explaining to you, we're not soliciting. We have appointments. We have address book. We have appointment with individuals. And what's happening is they could take it as we're selling something, but we're really there for somebody that could live in that house and they just probably moved in.
So obviously we don't pick and choose who calls us. If we get a call later, you can take it, not take it. If we get a call later, you guys are Clean Sky Energy.
Yeah. So we're by appointment right now with individuals.
Great. Yeah. That makes sense to me.
But we'll take it.
Try to stay warm.
Yes, sir. Right. You guys have a good one.
Y'all too.
You said that were we soliciting? I asked you, Officer
Powers.
What's your badge number?
2316.
This lady, what's your badge number?
2310. You really gonna go this route?
Okay, I'm just asking you. You asked me where I solicited.
And I asked you
and I told you I don't answer questions.
And all I was going to do is tell you if you're soliciting for business for Spring Power and Gas.
I'm not soliciting anything.
Are you going door to door?
I have addresses. I'm not soliciting anything.
You going door to door is solicitation.
It's not solicitation because I'm not selling anything.
You're not.
I'm here to do. Okay, I'll give you this much. I'm doing follow-ups with people.
You're soliciting.
All right,
for
well,
business.
Investigate it. Go ask individuals what I was at their door for.
You're soliciting for business.
I'm not soliciting anything and stuff. You're insinuating. You don't know me from a can of paint.
And I'm asking you what you're doing.
Okay, I'm gonna ask you this one more time before I give you my driver's license, like you instructed me to.
Okay, here's the deal. You're being detained for potential ordinance violation.
Potential.
Yes.
Okay, so is that suspicious?
I have reasonable suspicion to believe you are.
Okay, suspicion isn't a crime, sir.
Okay, I tell you what. I'm not going to give you a lesson in the law here.
I know the law.
But I'm telling you right now. You know what reasonable suspicion is?
Reasonable, articulate suspicion that I committed a crime, have committed a crime, or am committed a crime.
Great,
you suspect me of a crime.
Of an ordinance violation.
And I just told you I wasn't committing a crime. I told you I was there doing follow-ups with an individual that I'm supposed to be there for. Now,
which is solicitation.
No, it's not solicitation. You don't know the context of my conversation.
Okay. You're going door to door, right?
I'm not going door to door.
Do you have a solicitation permit?
I'm not soliciting, so therefore I don't have to have one. I'm not selling it to them.
We have a difference of opinion.
Well, I'm just following the law.
We have a difference of opinion.
You don't know the law so well.
Yeah, I do.
Okay, so what's the solicitation law?
It's an ordinance violation.
Right. It's not a law. It's not a law.
It is
it's
a law.
violation.
It's a law that
it's
it's
an
a
ordinance
township
violation.
ordinance that you can be friggin'
What are we gonna
cited
do?
for it.
What are we going to
You
do?
can be
Because I'm
cited
looking
for
for a lawsuit. I'm good at them. As soon as I give you my name, you're going to see it. I do this a lot, man.
Go ahead.
All right. So, would you still like my ID?
Yes, I would.
Okay. Now, before I give you this, all right? Before I give you my information, are you for sure you want to go down this route?
Oh my God.
Yes or no? Because I'm not refusing it.
What's that?
I'm not refusing it. I'm going to
What
give
you're
you my
doing is trying to
information.
intimidate me.
I'm not intimidating you.
Yeah, you are. You're trying to intimidate me, and all I'm doing is trying to figure out if you
I got no weapon on me.
ordinance.
I
And
got no
what I was
weapon on
going to
me.
do was going to give you a verbal.
I'm not intimidating you.
You're trying to intimidate me not to do
I'm
my
standing
job.
on law.
You're trying to intimidate me not to do my job.
I'm not trying to tell you how to do your job. I'm telling you right now that A, I wasn't soliciting. B, you wasn't there. You're investigating this a crime.
If you weren't soliciting, what are you doing?
All right, I don't.
It's man. If you can explain it, I'm going to cut you loose, dude.
What do you mean cut me loose? I'm going to walk away.
You're being detained.
All right, well, okay, so let me ask you this. Hey. Before I give you my ID, I'm asking you what's going to happen if I don't give you my ID.
Tell you what, you're not even worth it. You're not even worth the trouble.
Thank you.
You're not.
Thank you.
Have a
Don't
good day.
speak with them. Thank you. You have a good day. And I will be doing a complaint.
Go ahead.
I am.
Once again, when you know your rights, you can shut down all the officer's unlawful demands. If you haven't encountered with the cops and you know you haven't committed a crime, you do not have to follow their unlawful orders. They will order you to do this and that because that's how they're trained. Remember, they're also lawfully able to lie to you and tell you things that's not true to get you to do whatever they want you to do. Do you want to walk away from the encounter feeling violated, or would you rather walk away with your head high knowing you stood on your rights? That's an easy answer. No one wants to feel violated. But the only way to ensure that you're not is to learn your rights. I can't stress it enough. It's some of the simplest things you can learn, but some of the most important information that you need to be equipped with. And if you do find yourself in a situation with a law enforcement officer, don't forget to pull out your cell phone and record the encounter, because the last thing you want to do is have to rely on the body-worn camera of the police officer, because most of the time that footage goes missing. Your footage can be used as an official record if you ever need it for evidence in court. So trust me, it's better to have it than to not.
But that's going to do it for this video. Much love to these awesome creators. Again, make sure you use the links in the description to go check out their channels and show them some love. And if you're not already, make sure you subscribe to my channel so you won't miss the next episode.